another body beyond yung usual filing lang ng mga diplomatic protest?
We are looking at that, especially at the part of the Coast Guard, kasi they know more of how to go about it. So maybe we'll get back to you later on as soon as we get more inputs from the Coast Guard.
The Philippines and China have agreed po earlier na mayroon open natin yung communication lines. Kasama ba dito yung part na mag-i-meet ni President Xi Jinping para to prevent such escalation sa South China Sea?
We don't have that information yet. Well, you're right in saying that we have to have means of communicating. And in fact, there are mechanisms that are being practiced by our foreign affairs and their counterpart to discuss these issues, and that's why we had this provisional understanding.
Pero
And
wala.
as to the meeting, we don't have any information regarding that.
Sir, what different bodies are you looking at when you said you were consider filing a case? So what are the options that are being considered?
Well, I would suppose that there are United Nations bodies.
Any UN agency in particular?
I would think that the DFA would be the appropriate agency to answer that.
Alexander Lopez, sir, you mentioned kasi it's a matter of procedure that we file a diplomatic protest at the DFA level. And you also mentioned in your statement earlier that kinetic actions will not do any good to the country, China, and the region. So in between a protest and kinetic actions, what are the policy options that are available to put China in line? So that the tensions will be managed better and the activities that we saw yesterday will not happen again.
Well, in so far as specific activities, no, basta ang guideline doon, things that will not lead to escalation of the dispute. So we will allow, after it's the purview of the Department of Foreign Affairs, to really come up with those. Kasi other agencies may come up with proposed activities, but if the DFA says no, it is contrary to the code of conduct, then maybe that's when the DFA will come in.
Sir, na-mention nyo kanina yung call regs and that the actions of the Chinese Coast Guards are a blatant violation of the call regs. Is there a body that we can elevate this matter further for that body to specifically sanction or at least condemn yung actions ng Chinese Coast Guard?
Yeah. For that body, I do not have that specific right now kasi it's in the purview of the Coast Guard kasi they are the ones, they have a channel of communicating such infringes or violations of international law, particularly the code reg. Kasi just to talk about something about the code reg, it is actually a code of conduct among seafarers na the principle behind it is to ensure safety among vessels at the high seas especially, para hindi sila magkabunggu-bungguan. But what happened is, sila pa yung